Hello, 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 and welcome back to the channel. I hope you've been here before, but if not, I'm glad you're here now. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I've been MIA. I've been MIA for the past week. So I forgot, well, I didn't forget. I just didn't upload this past week. And so I'm here to say why. But first, let me say I'm sorry that I missed an upload. I really didn't think that I would miss it. But then the week got so hectic that it very quickly got away from me. So that's that. So today's video is a little soft-spoken ramble. We're going to be talking a little bit about what's going on in my life, primarily why I missed my upload, but also some exciting videos I have planned. Don't think just because I missed a week, I'm falling off the face of the earth, I promise. I'm not abandoning y'all. My small but mighty community here on YouTube. But first, of course, you know me, gotta have a little drink. Gotta have a little drink with my rambles. So today I've got a wild cherry, I almost said wild berry, a wild cherry Pepsi. Okay, now that I've got something to hydrate, let's get into it. So, the weekend before last Tuesday, when I would have uploaded, I was on a trip. I was at a district convention for Circle K International, which I think I've talked about in a ramble before. I feel like I recall that. But that may have also been in one of my rambles that the audio got corrupted on, which had that not happened, I would have had one extra video to post last Tuesday. So it's kind of a domino effect of events. But so I don't know if I've talked to you about that or not, but long story short, Circle K International is a collegiate service organization. It's the largest student-led collegiate service organization in the world. And so essentially what we do is we volunteer, we do community service, we foster leadership, fellowship. It's really a great time. It's just a way to get to know people and do service for the community, usually with a focus on youth and serving youth in our local and global communities. It's something that is related to key clubs in high school and also Kiwanis as an adult. So you may have heard these things before, but Circle K is a little lesser known. So I was in Key Club all 4 years in high school, and then I joined Circle K in college. And so I was the president of my chapter this past year. So, like, I'm still the president now. I'm wrapping up right now. And we're actually about not even a month away, maybe like 3 weeks away from electing a new board. So that's all exciting. But at this convention, which happened, I guess, a whole week ago now, a little over a week now, we elected a district board. So there's chapters at different schools. So obviously at the college level, they're at different universities. We even have some at community colleges, but our district encompasses North and South Carolina. If you recall, I go to NC State. So I've been the president of the NC State chapter, and there's all these different other chapters with presidents and boards and members. Well, at the district level, there are people elected who are college students and go to college and everything, and are members of their local chapters who take up district level positions in order to basically handle operating an entire district. So they kind of oversee operations of how the presidents are running their chapters. They keep them connected to the international level, which is obviously the whole thing. It's that middle level that kind of helps keep everything connected. And so I decided, after talking to quite a few people, so I did not take this decision lightly, but I decided to run for governor of my district. So, which is pretty much the highest ranking position at the district level. So it's kind of like being president of the district is being governor. So I will oversee our clubs. I will hopefully charter some new clubs at some schools that don't have clubs yet, or their clubs have gone inactive. Help clubs get new members, help them do service, all sorts of stuff like that. So that is my key focus area. So it's been exciting, but yeah, that conference, it was like the whole weekend. It was in Myrtle Beach, so a few hours away. It really took a lot out of me, not necessarily going itself, but the fact that I lost basically an entire weekend to do videos, homework, work, all sorts of stuff. So I'm still a little bit behind, but I've caught up for the most part, and so that's why I'm filming this today. I hope to film some more videos, but like I said, I'm a little behind with some of my actual work I need to do, so probably not going to film too much today, but I want to get back to where I was, where I had a backlog of videos. So yeah, so that'll be exciting. In other news, at one of my jobs, I work for, essentially it's like a summer camp. We'll just say that. It's like a summer camp. And so I'm like a during the year employee, not a summer camp employee, at least for this program. And I'm essentially a recruitment and registration person. So what I do during the year is a lot of going to places, recruiting kids to come to the summer camp. And then once the application season actually rolls around, which we are in right now, then I'm doing a lot of administrative stuff. And so this past weekend, so not last weekend, this current weekend that I guess it's just ended because it's Monday, that I'm filming this, we had our deadline, our priority deadline. So people are still applying for one to come to the summer camp, but our early deadline passed, and so a lot of people got their applications in, obviously, in the hopes that they'll get a spot. And it's been a little hectic because I'm over these next couple weeks. Basically, one of the perks of these students applying early is that they get their decision early. How early, you may ask? Well, within 2 weeks of this deadline passing. So I essentially have, I think I have like 250 applications to sift through. over the next couple weeks. And I'm not a full-time employee. I am a part-time employee. And I have other responsibilities to do. It's not my only job within that role. So I added some extra hours. Today was my first day of doing some extra hours for the next couple of weeks, just to try to hopefully stay on schedule comfortably. I think I could have done it within my normal hours, but it would have been high stress and room for error. So we're trying to keep things like calm and chill by doing more hours. But that means I have less hours to do schoolwork, which is a priority, and I put that first. So yeah, so there's a lot of like chess pieces on my board right now moving around to really strategize and maximize the time I have. So it is a very like busy time of year. We'll say that. It's a very busy time of year. But still want to make time for you all. You know I've mentioned that this is like my hobby, but it's also a bit, well, part of a hobby is that you get enjoyment out of it, even if it's not maybe like ticking off something on my to-do list. I enjoy making these videos. A lot of folks in the past couple weeks who are in my like personal life, I think, have discovered this, or like I've told them. I haven't really gone to anyone and been like, hey, doing ASMR, you should check it out, because like I said, that's not really in line with my goals. My goals are to make a video once a week, enjoy it, and make some fun videos. That's really the only goals I have. Whoever tags along for the ride, I'd love to have you. So I haven't really been telling people like that, but it's come up in conversation in a few different circles, which of course is always interesting because some people I think are like into ASMR and some are not. So I think some have journeyed over and are here. So if you're watching and I know you IRL, hello, hi, welcome. But yeah, thank you to those of you who've been very active in the comments too. I originally, there were a few people who made like one comment, and that was chill. And of course, it's like, I know you're out there. I don't blame you. I can be like silent lurker too, so I didn't want to like make a big deal out of it. But then there's just some of you now that I have like learned your names because I see your names in the comments over and over again. So just know that I see you. It dawned on me that we are like kind of like at a halfway point where, if we just double our subscribers, we'd be at like 100 subscribers, which feels crazy to me, because I guess that's like a milestone that I should at least acknowledge, because even if that's not the goal, you all deserve to have your moment and your flowers for being here. So I think I have a video idea in mind, and it's not a special video in terms of like related to the channel or like anything that special. It's more so a video that one of my friends gave me the idea for, and they're buying the stuff for. It's stuff that like I would have bought anyway. Maybe not as much as has been bought, but she bought some stuff for a video that I might be doing, and I low-key spent like a lot of money. Not a lot, like unreasonable, but like definitely more than any video budget, because I already don't really buy anything for these videos. I've bought the microphone. That was enough, honestly. But I spent a good amount of money on this. So that might be my specialty video. I'm open to suggestions about what a subscriber special could look like. I don't know. It feels so weird to even have to plan for that. And who's to say it could take me another year to get those other 50? I don't know. In my head, this year's been going on for so long, but I know that's more so a political landscape sort of thing. And so, I recognize that it's actually not been that long, and this channel has been around only this year, so we've really only been at it for about a month and a half. And I'm so happy with where we are. But yeah, I recently spoke at a rally in my hometown. I was invited, a student who went to my high school, or still goes to my high school. He's, I think, a senior. He planned a rally, essentially, for, obviously I'm in North Carolina, and if you know anything about politics, which I'm not gonna get too deep into it, not because I don't believe in talking about it, but more so because I recognize it's ASMR and you might be wanting to relax. But you may have heard about the Allison Riggs, Jefferson Griffin court stuff. I'll leave it at that. Um, Obviously, that's a heavy topic right now where I live because it's applying to our state. And it's applying to, democracy and its integrity. So we I've been to some rallies about it before, but this was one where I was invited to speak, which was really cool because, I kind of just did it like, yeah, of course I'll speak. I didn't really think it meant much about myself other than, like, yeah, this is an issue that I'm willing to speak on. But then it kind of hit me when, I saw like promotional materials and it was like, activist will be there. And I'm like, oh, I guess that's me. But it was a really surreal moment to just get up and speak and do the thing, which I guess my point in saying that is to just do that thing that you're not sure if you should do, or that thing where you might have a little imposter syndrome about it. Like, I don't necessarily think I'm qualified. Like, the people who spoke at this rally, besides the organizer, were like elected officials, like city council members and some state senators and things, and so, or like state representatives, and so it didn't seem like, I was the typical speaker at the event, but everyone really liked it. Everyone came up to me and applauded what I had to say. And so I thought that was cool. I think, yeah. So, but that's another thing that happened this past weekend that has kept me busy and kept me from doing the work I need to do. But you make your priorities. This ASMR channel, is just one example that I'm trying to show myself, honestly, that you should invest in things that will still like serve you in some way in 5-10 years from now. And I do think my school and my work, they definitely serve me in that way because I learn a lot, even if it's not necessarily like the thing I'm doing. Obviously, in 5 or 10 years from now, I'm not going to remember like the exact process for how I sift through these applications at my job or something, but I will remember the way that like my boss organized documents and in a way that I liked, and I'm gonna totally steal and apply to other things. I think about the way I've learned to communicate in some of these classes that I'll take with me as like good and bad lessons in communication. I think about this ASMR channel is just something where it's like, yeah, this ASMR channel is like, yeah, I have a body of work that I'm proud of. These videos, these like little videos I make in my bedroom, they make me proud. So, yeah, long-term fulfillment. Boop. But yeah, so anyway, I will definitely have more videos for you soon. I really feel bad too because one video I had planned to film that I didn't get to film, and then the date has kind of passed. I had a Valentine's Day video planned. Well, that's not true. I had it kind of half planned. If it was fully planned, I probably would have done it. I would have found the time to do it. But because it was half planned, I never got around to it. But I'm gonna pivot. I still have the materials, and so maybe we'll come up with something else. But anyways, hope you've enjoyed this ramble. Do take care. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to those you love and those you don't yet know. But anyways, I'll see you real soon.